Okay, team, so we're looking at ratios today. So ratios are used often in mathematics to help sort of look at how, or predict how many times we're going to expect different outcomes, often in games of chance or in statistics or in distribution in a bag. What I mean by that is think of lollies. Think of lollies in a bag. What's your favourite lollies?
Starburst. Coke.
Starburst.
Yeah, Starburst.
Starburst. Here's a bag of Starburst. What do we often find inside Starburst? What can you get?
Starburst. Chewy.
Well, what?
Gum. Strawberry.
Yeah, there's different flavours, right?
Banana.
So we might have a strawberry one,
Banana.
a banana one. Think of like milkshake. I'm thinking of a party mix. That's not that's Pascal, isn't
In
it?
America.
Pascal. Think of Pascal
Jet planes.
party mix.
Jet
Party
planes.
mix. Jet planes, yep. So we have different jet plane. Oh, okay, yeah.
Gummy bears.
All right. We'll leave that there.
No, wine gums.
Hang on 1 second. So we'll leave that there. I'm just going to colour them in a different colour to make them easier for me.
In America, they had Starburst yogurt.
Starburst yogurt.
Ooh, yeah.
That sounds strange, but it's probably yum. All right, now inside the bag is there one of every lolly?
Yes.
Is there?
No. The snakes.
Or there's at least one usually.
Oh.
Yeah. But have you ever noticed when you look in the bag that there are some that there are like more common inside the bag?
More wine gums.
Like, roses, Cadbury roses.
Yeah.
I like the dairy milk one, and I always notice there's only like 2 in a box, but there's like 4 of the strawberry ones, and I hate the strawberry
The deluxe
ones.
Caramel.
Yeah?
Crown
So,
buns.
this is when we might use a ratio to describe how many of various lollies there are. For example, in this bag of lollies, there are 2 bananas to every green jet plane, right? So there are 2 bananas and there is 1 jet plane. So if I had 2 bags of lollies, how many bananas would I expect to have? 4. Yeah, 4, because 2 lots of 2 is 4. And how many green jet planes would I expect to have? 2, exactly, right? So we call this a ratio, and we write it like this. There are 2 bananas to every 1 jet plane, so we write it 2 ... 1. This is called a 2-to-1 ratio, okay? We can use it in statistics like this. We can also use it in measurement, and we often use this with maps. If we want to draw something like a chicken coop and we're making a plan, we're not going to draw it in actual size, are we? Often we'll use a 1-to-10 ratio. All right, 1-to-10, that means 10 centimetres becomes 1 centimetre. Yeah. Or when you're designing a house, you would draw the plans, the architect or the draftsman would draw the plans in 1-to-100, which is 100 centimetres, or a metre, equals 1 centimetre. That way they can draw something to scale so that the builders can go, well, this wall is 4.7 centimetres long, so that's going to be the same as 4.7 metres. Yeah, so it's a scale. The ratio that is used is determined, it's written in this way. It's written a number, ... or a like that. It's got a name, I've forgotten it. A colon, a full colon. A semicolon has a comma at the bottom. A full colon is a ... And then a winky face emoji, yeah. And then the number to the side. Right, so write down our basic ratio that we've got here of 2-to-1. Everyone write that down for me.
2-to-1.
2-to-1. So let's say we're looking at the number of yellows and number of greens inside the Starburst. Okay, let's say that I had 12 yellows. How many greens would I expect if the ratio was 2-to-1?
Wait, yeah.
If I had 12 yellows, how many greens would I expect?
6.
We'll give everyone a chance. Isla?
6.
How did you know it was 6?
Because, 1 is half of 2.
Yeah.
And 6 is half of 12.
Ah, well done. 6 is half of 12. Excellent. So 12 to 6 is the same as 1 to 2. Except 1 to 2 is a little bit simpler. Do you remember when we were doing fractions and we simplified the fractions? There's a little bit that we can do here as well to simplify that. But if we had 12 yellows, we would expect 6 greens. That was easy because it was half. What if my ratio was a little bit harder? What if my ratio was 3-to-1? So let's say we had 3 jet planes to every... what's another lolly in there? Wine gum. There are 3 jet planes to every wine gum in a bag of party mix. So what happens if I had 12 jet planes this time? 12 jet planes, how many wine gums would I expect?
Wait, what's the ratio?
3 to 1 this time.
Oh,
Jet planes to wine gums. 12 jet planes, how many wine gums? Have a think.
Is there is there 0.5?
Well, you can't have 0.5 of a wine gum. Well, you can once you've eaten half of it. But in this case,
you
there
would just
isn't.
eat it full
In this
wine
case, you don't need a decimal. I've made this question, John, so that there isn't a decimal. Ida thinks she's got it. I'll give you guys a few more seconds.
Why do you have your hand out if you're still writing?
He's drawing. Hunter, what do you think?
So there's 12 jet planes.
Stand up so I can hear you, so the iPad can hear you as
So
well.
like there's 12 jet planes, and then like if you were to break 12 into like threes, like
Oh.
12 divided,
Ah,
you would have 4.
I can times 3 by 3 is 12.
There's 3.
No, 3 times 3 is 12.
There's 4 lots. He said.
So what? So
three divided-
explain that again.
So like you have 12, but then you divide it by 3.
So you're going to say 12 divided by 3 equals
4.
4. So you expect that there are going to be 4 wine gums. Is that correct?
Yeah.
That's what you think the answer is? Who thinks? Who agrees? Who
Because
agrees? Anyone have any different ideas?
no, can I explain it?
Okay, you explain it.
So there's 4 lots of 3 and 12.
4 lots of 3 and 12, yep. 4 times 3 is 12.
Yeah, so that means there's 4 wine gums and 12 jet planes.
And so then you took the 4 there and put it into there. Okay, that's 2 different ways of doing it. Nice. Okay, both correct. So if I start with 3 here, how I would do it is I would say, well, 3 times what equals 12? And 3 times what equals 12? As Charlie just said, 3 times 4 is 12. So then we do the same. If I do anything on this side of the ratio, I have to do it as well on this side of the ratio. Okay? So because I times this one by 4 to get 12, I also times the 1 by 4.
Do we have to get...
Hang on. And that will give me 12 as well. Ignore that 4 there. Alright? So this is one simple way that we can use ratios in order to predict how many. Let's do one more really quickly. The rest of room 1A you can start tidying up. Let's do one more real quick. Let's say I have an expected ratio of 5 to 2. For every 5 chocolate roses, there are 2 strawberry roses inside the box of
5 to
roses.
2?
You know the box of roses.
What?
You don't know what a box of roses is? The chocolates with a little...
You give to your mates.
Oh, mate, they're delicious.
Yeah, almost.
Kind of like Cadbury's favourites, except different brand. Okay,
Favourites?
yeah, our favourites anyway.
Cheers.
Inside the box, John, there are 5 chocolate flavour. There it is there. That's a terrible drawing. And there are 2 strawberry ones. They look like that. Okay? So if I have 8 strawberries, how many chocolates would you expect? If I had 8 strawberries, how many chocolates would you expect?
Oh,
The ratio is 5 to 2. Let's say I had 8 strawberries, how many chocolates would you expect?
got it.
Alright, Leo, what do you reckon we have to do here?
So I times the 2 by 4, which is 8.
So you went 2 times 4 equals 8?
Yeah.
Good.
And then I went 5 times 4 is
Why did you times it by 4 on this side as well?
because it's
Because you have to do the...
same on
You have to do the same on each side of the ratio. That's right. So if I times this one by 4, I have to times the other by 4. What's 5 times 4?
20.
So if I had 8 strawberries, how many chocolates would you expect? 20. That's exactly right. Well done.
Oh, wait.
Okay? So this is one simple way that we can use ratios to predict. We're going to have a bit of a practice time in our next session, and I'll put some practice questions up for you. Good job, guys. Well done. Alright, here's the practice questions. So in this example, we have a ratio of 2 to 3. 2 chocolate lollies to 3 milk bottle lollies inside the bag of lollies. So for every 2 chocolates, we're expecting 3 milk bottles. So if I had 6 chocolates, how many milk bottles? If I had 24 chocolates, how many milk bottles? If I had 16 chocolates, how many milk bottles? If I had 100 chocolates, how many milk bottles? Good luck, have a go, and I'll put the answers up in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Right, there's the answers on the screen now, so you can check those out and see if you've done it correctly. Good job working with your ratios today. See you later.